Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Day Trade with Tony, the small account challenge. So it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody, and I hope you're going to have a great weekend. I know that I certainly am. I've taken one trade on the small account challenge today, and boy, was it a doozy pre-market as well. And I traded it pre-market, just the one stock. Then I got to pretty much where I finished, switched over onto the main account and continued trading it there, and I made as much again on the main account. I'll do a trade recap on the main account as well, but today, I suppose, let's cut to the chase. So we traded SVB Financial. Now, there's good things and bad things going on here. So SVB Financial is one of the US's largest banks. It's the Silicon Valley Banking Corporation. And a lot of startups, a lot of venture capital companies are all kind of doing a bit of a bank run, and it's finding itself in a lot of issues. So it's lost its, this was a stock just a couple of days ago was like $260. It's currently halted, pending news. It may even get delisted, but it's currently halted at just under $40. So I came in this morning, opened my machine, and started looking at a couple of things, and this was on the scanners, and it was significantly down. So I took a look and I thought, okay, is there leverage? Yes, there was leverage. Short sale restrictions, so it's selling off. Short sale restrictions. So I thought, okay, well, I just need to find an area where it starts to consolidate, put a limit sell order in above the action. It comes back, and then I can hold it and watch it sell and continue to sell off. And that's exactly what I did. Now, I didn't expect it to pull back as much as it actually did, so I risked a little bit more than I really wanted to, but it was worth it. So we made over $10,000 on the small account today. So let's kind of rewind before I go into the details of that. So we started today with just over $35,000. $35,365 was our starting position. We started this account with $2,500 on the 17th of January. So it's now the 10th, so not even 2 calendar months ago. And we're over $30,000. So after today, it'd be $45,000. So what I'm looking for and what I've tasked myself with doing is growing the account 5% per day. And today we've grown it almost 30%, 29.37 if I'm being precise, but almost 30%. So it's 6 times goal today. And the trade took me, what, 6-7 minutes? So 6 or 7 minutes of trading, and I've hit my goal times 6. So very, very easy. I'll show you the trade. Before I get into the details, just smash the thumbs up button. Give me a like on this. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you are. I do trade live every morning. From an hour before the market opens, I'm streaming my trades live. I'm trading for 2 hours before the market opens. So this actually happened before I started streaming live. So I'm happy that I've recorded it for your benefit. Watch the recording, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and join me live every day. So $10,000 today. It's a fantastic return. So let's look at what that actually means and how we actually did it. So you can see here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can actually see this on the 5-minute chart there. You can see that it from yesterday did nothing but pretty much sell off. Put it on the 15-minute chart, you can see it's even worse. So it sold off all day yesterday. It sold off pre-market the day before. So it was kind of up here. 266 was where it was on Wednesday, close of business. It sold off hard in the after-hour session, kind of just stagnated yesterday's pre-market, then sold off hard coming into the open and then for the rest of the day, and it's continued selling off. So Coming from a $260 stock to a $40 stock is a huge drop. So going back to where I got in this, so I'm allowed to trade from 7:30, as I say. Now this wasn't moving too much at 7:30, so 7:45, it just broke lows, and I took a look at it, and it started to break lows. So when it got to kind of 52, 50, you know, approaching $50, I thought, okay, if it breaks 50, I'm going to look at shorting. I'm going to find a place to short it. So that's where I got in. I put my a limit sell order at $50, 2,500 shares, and I got filled as it pulled back, and it went up here to nearly $54. So I found myself in the hole to the tune of almost about $8,000 or whatever it was. My entry was $50.11 on average. And as I say, it went up to almost 54, so a $4 move, and then it sold off. So then I took some profits here and covered, took some more profits here, and then as it started to make its move back up, I covered. So that was it. I then moved over onto the main account and I got in on this pull up here before it then shorting it down to here, and made a similar kind of amount on the main account on this particular ticker. So really easy trade. I probably could have got more if I'm being completely honest. It had full leverage, so given that what my leverage position was, I probably could have been a bit more greedy. Probably could have got a few more thousand shares in there and made more. But I'm happy with $10,000. I mean, it's a 30% growth on my equity. So that's just a phenomenal yet easy trade. So what does that now do to the numbers? Well, let's have a look at the report, shall we? Let's filter this for the small account, okay? And let's just look at March, because March is a good month for me at the moment across the board. And let's just look at March. So go back to the calendar here. You can see I had a good day yesterday. Pretty much over goal all every day this month on the small account, but today we've absolutely smashed it. One trade, and it only takes one trade. You only need one trade, and that one trade, if you get it right, it can set you up. So $23,000 in profits in March on the small account. So over $3,000 now is the average daily gain in March. So this is an account that we started with $2,500 in the middle of January, and now we're making over $3,000 a day this month. So unbelievable growth when the goal was for 5%. So you know, the accuracy of the trade selection in March is excellent. So I would say 6-1 in terms of winners versus losers. If I look at the win-loss expectation, you can see the equity curve for March. Let's just have a look at what it is for the whole challenge to date, shall we? And January the 1st. So we actually got in. We started this with, let's say, $2,500 in January, and we made $50,000 on this account. So we've gone from $2,500 to $50,000 in effectively 8 weeks, less than 7 weeks. So that kind of return is, you just won't get that kind of return on Wall Street for sure. But I'm not particularly being that aggressive with regards to my entries and how aggressive I'm trading the small account. I'm being a lot more conservative, both in terms of my sizing and, of course, my my trade selection. But I'm using the leverage where possible, so my risk is a lot lower. If you look at my K ratio, risk versus reward, it's like kind of a 3-to-1. So 2.95 is my K ratio. My profit factor at 6. So it just goes to show that if I traded my entire account the way I've been trading the small account, just bigger sizing, I probably have a lot more even on the main account. So doing phenomenally well on the small account, and we're going to be doing it again on Monday. So an hour before the market opens, we'll take another trade. Well, we'll start streaming our trading again on Monday. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It's still relatively early today, so I'm going to open a bottle of wine, put a box set on. I think I might finish a Netflix box set, open a bottle of wine, get a nice takeaway, and I will enjoy my weekend. I'm looking forward to a nice, relaxing weekend. It's been a really good, solid week's trading this week, and I look forward to a similar week next week starting on Monday. So come join me an hour before the market opens, 8:30 market time, which is East Coast, New York. It's 1:30 GMT, where I'm based here in Dublin. So if you're in any other time zone, work it out for yourself, and I hope to see you there. And we continue to grow this small account. The small account is catching up to the size of my main account now. So it probably will overtake it at this rate if I keep going the way I'm going. But we've been looking for 5%. So just to, again, putting that into context, we're maintaining that 5% until we start to plateau. And we're looking for 5% again. So we're looking for 2,200. So I'm expecting to be, after the trade settled overnight, so on Monday, I'm expected to have an equity position of about $45,000. $45,000 will give me 2,250 for the 5%. If I can get 2,250 on Monday, that's the 5%. And you see how it's snowballing in terms of the capital growth on the account. The 5% are getting a lot bigger now. So $2,000 a day. That's a phenomenal income. That's $10,000 a week. $2,000 a day is $10,000 a week. That's $40,000 a month. So you're talking about $500,000 across the course of a year, and we've done that off a small $2,500 starting position in January. So let's see if we can't continue the growth. See if we can't continue to grow this account to be a substantial sized account that we're making good, solid trades, good, solid profits. Come join me on Monday, and we'll do it all again. In the meantime, it's only 6 or 7 minutes long. I'll speed it up. I'll speed it up a little bit so it won't even take that long, and you enjoy this recap. Watch what happened, and I'll see you on Monday. In the meantime, have a good weekend. I'm just gonna keep this here. That's got to be one of the best trades I've made on the smaller. Sharp. That done? What? It's done. Okay, so I'll switch over to the main account.